The initial crop under the Galana Kulalu food security project in the Kenyan coast is now ready for harvesting. Is a project that was launched by President Uhuru Kenyatta 1 year ago on course, and will the 1 million acre target that was promised be attained? Alex Chamwada reports.
The Galana Kulalu food security project is located in 2 counties, Tana River and Kilifi. It is one of the key projects in the Jubilee government's manifesto. By road, one can access the area through Voi or Malindi towns. From Voi, you would have to cross the Galana River at this point. When it floods, this area becomes impassable. Galana Kulalu is in a semi-arid region. It is sparsely populated. This is how the land under irrigation looked before, deceivingly unsuitable for farming. Onto the model farm now, and this is what we found. Ready for harvesting, about 4 months after planting. Currently, the land under crop is 500 acres. Henry Ochere is the chief engineer in charge of the project.
We have stopped irrigating so that we let the maize dry up to moisture content between 12 and 13. That's when we are going to come with a combined harvester, harvest all the maize, shell it, and take it to the millers.
Here, 13 maize varieties have been tested. According to the National Irrigation Board, 6 have done well, but only 3 will be taken to the next planting season.
These 500 acres, we harvest it. We expect 40 bags per acre, and in total, it will give us about 20,000 bags. That translates to 1,800 metric tons.
Now, Kenyans know that the irrigation project ought to cover 1 million acres of land. The question is, where is the 1 million? And is the project sustainable?
When we start with Galana, here, we are going basically to depend on River Galana. There are other sources of water we can depend on, but they are not quite feasible right now. So for Galana alone, we can do 20,000 acres with the natural flow which is in the river. But how do we achieve more than 20,000 acres? We have to dam the river, and that is already in the feasibility study which was done earlier. We do the 2 billion cubic meter dam. We shall be able to do 450,000 acres comfortably. The rest, to make it 1 million acres, we shall be able to do elsewhere within the country. There are several projects we are doing at National Irrigation Board.
The government of Kenya, through a loan from an Israeli bank, funds the 14.5 billion shilling model farm. The implementing agency is the National Irrigation Board, while the contractor is Green Arava Corporation from Israel. Israel is a global case study when it comes to turning dry areas into productive agricultural farms.
This area, I was told it's a semi-desert area, but with the water of the Galana River and our knowledge and your workers, we make it paradise.
So one of the key lessons from this project is that mechanization and irrigation in agriculture can be done, and that this can be replicated across the country. The government's aim is to provide the necessary infrastructure and encourage public-private partnerships in order to feed the future. Meanwhile, activity continues. This is how it all begins. Bush clearing. Up to now, 10,000 acres of land has been cleared for irrigation. The land set aside for the project was leased from the Agricultural Development Corporation, ADC. This is part of another 500 acres that is ready for planting. The implementers plan to do 2 seasons per year. Experts say the neglected semi-arid areas in Kenya have great potential for farming because the soils are virgin, and where irrigation is feasible, farming can be done all year round as compared to rain-fed agriculture. For KTN, I'm Alex Chamwada in Galana.